I did a video on CoQ10 a few days ago. Went back and reviewed it with some folks pre-publication and realized it still leaves a lot of lack of clarity. There's a lot of things in that video that aren't that clear. But before I beat up on myself too much, I think we have to acknowledge there's just a lot of things about CoQ10 that are not that clear. So I'm going to provide a part two, a summary, an update regarding what's clear and what's not about CoQ10 Ubiquinol. Quick introduction: Ford Brewer, Prevmed Heart Attack Stroke Prevention Center. And here's some more of the lowdown on CoQ10. First of all, what's clear? Well, if I can get my information set up, let's do it this way. What's clear? It's found everywhere in human cells and a lot of bacterial cells. Again, that's why the name comes from, that's where it comes from. It's ubiquitous, ubiquinol. It's important. It's a part of our respiration system. It's a key part. It helps with ATP. It is adenosine triphosphate, phosphatase. It is the gears for oxidative phosphorylation, the respiration that we depend on for over 90% of our energy. It's safe. It is one of the safest supplements that we have. It's expensive. It's also one of the most expensive supplements that we have. There are different levels. By that I mean you can see different levels in different disease states and different tissues. Now, what's unclear about that is what do those levels mean? Ubiquinol is the reduced form of CoQ10 or ubiquinone. Again, could show you some biochemistry on that, but I think let's just keep it clear for right now. And last, statins can prevent its development, the creation of ubiquinol. So you've got some very important things around here. It's very expensive. It's the third most amount of money spent on supplements. It's critical to our tissue and critical to our life. What's not clear? Well, whether we can actually impact our CoQ10. Whether increased levels of CoQ10 can actually improve athletic performance or disease states. There's plenty of evidence in the literature that it can improve cardiovascular inflammation, heart failure, stroke, diabetes, athletic performance. But there's also significant, really good literature, science, which would indicate it doesn't. So again, let's just take a quick look. This is a very good study. It was done to look at CoQ10 for heart failure, especially with heart failure patients. You can see depletion of CoQ10. Well, if there's any place where you'd expect to see that, it would be in heart tissue. Heart tissue burns energy more than any other tissue in the body. It's on constant use. And when you see heart failure, you can see decreased CoQ10. In that study, they gave these patients CoQ10 and they got improvement in their heart failure results. This one is on outcome of strokes. They created strokes on lab animals and then gave them CoQ10. What it did was decrease future strokes. It improved their health. So again, a very confusing picture. This one is on one of my favorite topics, cardiovascular inflammation. Again, a good study. Now, the results on that were somewhat mixed. There was clearly indication that it could improve cardiovascular inflammation, but there are holes in that data. Just a quick review for those of you who have interest and haven't seen the other video yet. There are a couple of different types of CoQ10. Ubiquinol, which is the ketone version right here, and ubiquinol, which is the reduced version. This is the version that they recommend for us baby boomers, older folks that need it, because this is already oxidized. CoQ10 is a major and strong antioxidant. As a reminder also, this is the quinolone moiety, and this is the isoprenolone moiety, which you see in a chain of 10. Real quick on CoQ10 and where it's located. Located in the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, and actually located right there in the internal membranes. It's used to make ATP and to drive that electron transport. How does it impact statins? Well, it impacts the development of acetyl-CoA to HMG-CoA, mevalonic acid, and all the way down to cholesterol. That is, again, the thing that we think about with statins. Those of us who don't think about inflammation, we're using statins to decrease LDL, or cholesterol. Well, on the way there, statins also decrease CoQ10, because CoQ10 is a precursor to statins. Now again, why do you see so many problems in the outcomes literature and science regarding CoQ10? We can document that we can get the level, we can document low levels, we can document that we can improve those levels, but still sometimes we document performance improvement. This is athletic performance. The usual indicators is VO2. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we see indications of improved disease states. Sometimes we don't. Here's the problem. We're looking at a very, very microscopic biochemical process, and we're coming up with very big assumptions to get us over to the end point. So I hope that helps. It's expensive. It's all over. Our bodies use it a lot. We can measure it, but can we impact it? There's a lot of evidence that we can, but some significant evidence that we can't. So, again, what's my recommendation? I use it. I recommend it for my patients. We measure it, and we base utilization based on those measurements. Thank you.